Hi guys, this is Mark from ventralfins.com, and right now we're in my fish room and we're looking at my little contraption that I built. This is basically a contraption that I use to raise my discus fry away from their parents, and this is particularly useful for albino fry where people have a lot of trouble getting their fry to eat attached to the parents, because the parents are so light in color, or perhaps maybe even their own eyesight. They can't see the parents and can't attach to the parents. And so for my albino pairs, I raise them here in my little discus nursery, I guess. Basically what this is a 20-gallon long tank, and I built a little scaffold out of PVC. This is half-inch PVC that just goes around, and what the scaffold does really, its job is to hold the black tubing, which is the irrigation tubing, which you can get at Home Depot or Lowe's, and then you can get these little valves, and kind of fittings that kind of punch, you basically punch a hole through the main tubing, and you stick the little fitting into the main tubing, and it kind of taps out the water from the main tubing. And there's obviously the filter that keeps the water nice and clean, the pump that drives the water up through the main tube, and out these little side tubes. Each of these little things has a little valve, which you can get at Lowe's again at the irrigation section. I believe they're like $2 a piece, so not very expensive. Basically, why you want to do such a setup, as you guys know, if you're actually looking at this video, I suppose you have tried to raise discus artificially, and perhaps we're looking for new ideas or something. This is basically a take on Big Tuck's little setup that he has, and I've seen on a lot of the forums and a lot of the YouTube videos. Basically, the old way of doing it was to raise your discus fry in like white bowls, and I mean that's good and all, but it's really hard to keep the temperature constant. If you have air bubbles going on, it tends to cool the water. On top of that, it's such a small volume of water that you need to constantly do your water changes, and you have to make sure it's really clean. For this one, you have a big volume of water down here, and that helps to dilute the nutrients and the poo and everything that comes out, the ammonia. And on top of that, I added a sponge filter which takes out more of the ammonia and the nitrites, converts it to nitrates, which is not as deadly as nitrites and ammonia. What I have here is basically a tub which I perforate with holes to allow the water to overflow out of the tub and into the main volume here. Now the purpose of this thing is basically, when I do water changes here, I lower the water and I siphon it out, and then I put the water back in, and during this time, without this tub holding some volume of water inside it, it'll actually drain the little coffee filters, and I'll get to that in a little moment. It'll drain the coffee filters, and then you'll have to make sure, you have to mess around with your coffee filters and make sure that the fry don't get left high and dry. With this thing, I can actually drain the water. The water inside the tub will drain to the holes, and they'll go no lower, while the rest of the water in the volume comes out. And then I can fill it back, and then the fries won't even notice a thing. Now, inside here I have 2 batches going. Typically I'll have these things dripping into the fry container like that, just to get the water circulating. I'm taking it out so that I can show you what's in here. I have some fry here. These are 3 days after free swimming. They're eating baby brine shrimp, and those are slightly larger. They're about 7 days after free swimming, and these are about to go out into a nursery tank for themselves, or rather a grow out tank, a small one. Well, basically the fry come in here. Well, they get hatched out in a strong methylene blue solution, and when they become wigglers, I siphon them out and put them in here with a turkey baster. And the coffee filters you can get at, well, pretty much, well, I got these at a Bed Bath & Beyond, the ones with mesh at the bottom. They're coffee filters that are black, solid at the bottom. I haven't used those, but I've always used the ones with the mesh at the bottom, and they seem to work fine for me, so I'm sticking with that. basically I can feed them with my egg yolk solution, basically smeared onto a air stone, and then put it in there, and then all the fry will come and eat. I don't show it right here because basically I don't have any fry to feed egg yolk to, because these are actually eating brine shrimp already. But yeah, this is basically it. The fry go in here, and then I feed them the egg yolk and leave it in there for about 15 minutes to about half an hour, and I pull it out, and I do that every 4 hours. The constant overturning of the water volume, because of the flow, keeps the water nice and clean inside, and it keeps the fry from dying. So here is, once again, just my little setup of obviously the heater, because Discus needs somewhat warm temperature. I keep the temperature at about, turn it upside down, the 83.4, and they seem to be doing fine. So anyway, just showing you my little video, because a lot of people have asked me since the last time my last video where I showed the albino pairs. But yep, let me know if you have any comments, or if you have any improvements, or maybe you see that I've done something wrong or something. You feel free to let me know. And if you need any details on how to build this, I'll probably put it on my website sometime in the future. But in the meantime, you can email me personally, and I can hope to reply to your email as soon as I can. You can email me at mark@ventralfins.com. mark@ventralfins.com. Alright, here's my video, and I guess I'll talk to you later. Bye.